Hey everyone, sorry I started a little late. I'm gonna get some things out. I'm a little behind, and I also was gonna make steak tacos, but my steak actually spoiled. So today we're gonna make a couple things. I'm gonna make some in Mexico we call it agua fresca, so it's basically just water, some pineapple water, pineapple juice. I'm gonna make some chicken tacos, guacamole, and a salsa. So like four things today. We're gonna make four things. I gotta get the chicken out. So we're gonna start with the chicken. We're gonna start marinating, but I'm gonna wait probably like 5 minutes to start. But how you doing, man? Okay, so I'm gonna start first. Hola, Tiara. I'm supposed to be boneless, but I'm gonna start off first with the chicken. I'm gonna marinate the chicken. So voy a marinar el pollo. I'm gonna speak in Spanglish because we have some Spanglish speakers here, and I also speak Spanglish. And it's Mexican themed, so might as well. As I said, for those of you who are just tuning in, we're gonna make a couple of things today. We're gonna make a salsa. We're gonna make chicken tacos, and we're gonna make guacamole. And the last thing we're gonna make is some agua fresca with this pineapple. Okay, so as I said, I'm gonna start with the chicken first. There's a lot of debates on how to clean your chicken. I personally think, and what I got was it says that it was skinless and boneless thighs, and that's what I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use the skinless boneless thighs. So two of those because I'm only cooking for me and my cousin. So it's only me two of those. Throw this in. The way I cook my chicken, or I clean my chicken, I guess, is I just pat it dry with a paper towel. So I usually just grab a paper towel and just pat the chicken dry. I don't want to grab my laptop because I don't want to contaminate it with chicken, but as I said, I just like to pat it dry. And I'm gonna have to take out this bone because it said that the thigh was boneless, but it's not. And I want some. I don't want meat. I don't want any bones in the tacos. Anyway, I guess while I'm doing this, let me ask you: how do you all clean your chicken? When you're making chicken, how do you clean it? Like I said, I usually just pat it dry with a paper towel, but that's the way I do it. I think if you put it in the sink, there's just more of a chance for bacteria to spread. Okay, so I'm taking out this bone because I don't want it to be. I should have done this before. I didn't realize that it was not actual boneless chicken. So not the right one. I'm gonna use this carbon one, and then I'm gonna clean it. So estoy quitándole el hueso al pollo porque lo quería sin hueso, porque es para tacos. You don't want no bones in your tacos. How's everyone doing? It's the last day of the semester. Not the semester, my bad. The marking period, which is awesome. We made it. We did it. Congrats to all of us. So, not the best job, but I took out the bones from the chicken because I didn't want any bones in there. You wash it in the sink? Okay, cool. Anybody else? How do you wash your chicken? I've heard so many different methods. But like I said, usually the chicken when I get it, there's no blood on it or anything, and it smells fresh. So I don't see the point in thing. Once again, I'm only gonna use 2 chicken thighs because it's just for me and my cousin. I don't want to make a lot because. No, just kidding. I'm gonna use this. Thank you, Sasha. Yeah, same here. Just patting it dry. How are you? Sasha? And happy decision day for all you seniors. Congrats. I hope you're all happy with whatever decision you make. You're making a big step in your life. That's awesome. I'm not gonna show you because honestly, this is messy. I should have done this before. I was thinking, well, my original plan was to make some carne asada, but the steak I bought was spoiled already. I bought it today. I went out to buy things for the club, and somehow the meat was already spoiled. So I couldn't do that. What I'm gonna use to marinate this chicken is some of you probably won't have all these ingredients, so just marinate it how you like. But I'm gonna use, and I'll show you in a sec. I'm gonna use just chipotle powder, not fresh or not canned chipotle, just a powder. It's gonna be a dry seasoning, and some cumin, some salt, some pepper, some garlic. You know what would have been easier if I would have just gone like, they already sell chicken that's cut for stir fry. That's probably your best bet, honestly. But they didn't have that. My market was limited in chicken selection to them. Okay, so take out the bones from the chicken. I could probably take out more meat, but I mean the meat from the chicken. Could probably take out more meat, but I'm not gonna bother. Can't believe it's May already. The time has gone so fast. Okay, so I'm gonna get a bowl. Be right back. Just getting a stainless steel bowl to this chicken marinade. I'm going to use I minced up about 1 clove of garlic, and that's what I'm going to put in here. To that, I'm going to add some salt. I'm using pink Himalayan salt just because that's what I had. About a teaspoon, I would say. Last time I had it all measured out, so it went out smoother, but not this time. It's about a teaspoon. And so I'm going to use some chipotle powder too. I just got it. I actually think I might have a bigger one. That's already open. Yep. So I'm going to use some chipotle powder. All of these I think I got at Costco. So also, I'm not measuring it. If you want to measure, I would say about a teaspoon again. Why am I not measuring it? I don't know. When I was learning how to cook, I was watching my mom or my grandma. They never measured. It was just, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. No actual measurements. So I'm panning the chicken dry. Once again, we have some garlic, we have some salt, we have some chipotle powder. Adding to that cumin, very little bit. It's strong. Cumin is strong, but use a lot of Mexican cuisine. Also, I didn't want to make tacos originally, but I think it's the most accessible thing to make for everybody, and it's probably the Mexican food you know the most. As I'm preparing all this, I think it's important to, I guess, maybe know or talk about or clarify, I should say, that Cinco de Mayo is not Mexican Independence Day. So please, 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 please stop saying that Cinco de Mayo is Mexican Independence Day. Does anyone here actually know what Cinco de Mayo celebrates? All right, think about it. Put my chicken in this. I think I need more seasoning, but I'll figure that out in a sec. Put this away. Once again, does anyone know what Cinco de Mayo actually is celebrating? Because once again, to let you know, it is not Mexican Independence Day. Yeah, this needs a little bit more. Okay, so I'm gonna put a little bit more salt, I think. It looks like it's missing a little bit. I can't taste it, obviously, because it's raw chicken. But yes, it's a battle. Oh, Cinco de Mayo, you don't know what it is? Okay. Yes, it is a battle, Sasha. Good. So Cinco de Mayo actually celebrates my home state of Puebla beating the French or kicking the French out of Puebla. Mexico, or my state, was ruled by the French. For a little bit, we had a French emperor, I believe his name was Maximilian. And there was a big battle on May 5th. And my state of Puebla, beat the French and kicked them out. So that's what we're celebrating. We're not celebrating Mexican Independence Day. Okay, so I'm going to let that chicken chill. To this, I am going to add some avocado oil. And I'm going to let that chicken just chill with the chipotle powder, the cumin powder, the salt, the pepper, the garlic. I'm just going to put this to the side while we prepare everything else. Okay. I'm going to put it down. As I said, we're going to make some salsa. So what you need for salsa is a couple things. I don't even know if it's salsa verde. It's a mix of both. I think it's just a fresh salsa. I don't know. I'm using 2 jalapenos, about 8 tomatillos. So you might see these somewhere around. They're everywhere. They're not green tomatoes. They're similar. They're called tomatillos. I'm using, like I said, about 8 of them. 1 Roma tomato. 3 garlic cloves. And a half an onion. Small onion. Really, half a small onion. How am I going to prepare this salsa? Okay, so you just take just like a regular pot pan like this, and you get yourself some aluminum. I'm going to keep ducking. My kitchen is very small and awkward, so New York City kitchens, right? Okay. So you grab some aluminum foil, right? You cover the bottom of a pan with aluminum foil. And then turn on here. So I'm going to move this so you can see. I'll turn it on high so it can heat up fast. You put that in yourself. As it's heating up, you're gonna add 2 jalapenos is fine for me, but if you don't like that much spice, you can use 1, using 2. And what you're gonna do here is you're basically gonna let these roast. This salsa is fast. It can be made in about, I don't know, I'd say like 10 to 15 minutes at most. You're just gonna let those roast until you get some color on them, until you see some like grill or burn marks. Oh, almost forgot the onion. So you just let those chill for a bit. While that's chilling, while the chicken is chilling, I'm going to make the agua fresca. So once again, this is just basically agua fresca translates to fresh water, but it's just water made out of any fruit. And I guess I'm also going to teach you how to cut a pineapple. What's the purpose of putting all these things for the salsa? It just gives it a deeper flavor. There's different types of salsa you can make. There's some that are fresh where you don't cook anything. Those are called like a salsa fresca. There's some that you cook. There's some that you boil. This is just one of the many methods of making salsa, So once again, the purpose is just to get it some more flavor into it, deepen the flavor. For pineapple, I think I am gonna show my screen down here. And once again, I'm trying to get better equipment, but YouTube has limited the way to do it. All right, first things first. Just off the top, man, easy. You want to get a flat surface, a good surface to do this. And I use this for the chicken, so I gotta make sure I wash it here. I like this because you can take out some soap. This one. You can spray some soap on the thing you're using. But I'm not gonna actually waste any of the rind, any of the pineapple skins. But why? That is because you can make things with the pineapple skin, or you can make this one thing called a tepache. I'm not gonna make it for you. My cousin's gonna make it for himself. But a tepache is basically fermented pineapple skin. So what you want to do is just peel these skins. You want to get rid of as much of these little as possible. Once again, I'm not throwing out the skin. You can use the skin to make, it's kind of a kombucha. If you know what a kombucha is, you can make your own. And maybe I'll have him stop by and explain to us exactly what goes into making a tepache. He's next door. He's in the next room watching TV. But maybe he'll come and show us how to make that. I personally don't know how to make it, but from what I know, it's easy. You just let it chill, let it ferment, which is a natural process that happens. I'm still really not used to just talking to a screen. It's so weird to me. And once again, as I'm doing this, I'm still keeping an eye on my salsa that's in the stove. You have to learn how to multitask. Okay, so I'm gonna save all these skins. And this is fully not clean yet, but I'm gonna save all these skins for my cousin to make that. As I said, it's called a tepache, which is fermented pineapple skins. And it's basically a very, very low alcohol kombucha. It's a fermented drink. I'm not going to also use a whole pineapple to make the agua fresca. I'm just going to use about half of it. So I'm going to half it. I'm going to save this for my cousin too. All of this. And I don't have a blender, unfortunately. I think a quarter pineapple should do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this. I'm going to cut it in smaller chunks, but I'm going to put it in. I have a NutriBullet. I don't have a blender. I'm going to put it there with some water and strain it, sweeten it, and that's basically it. It's just, we drink that a lot in Mexico. You'll find it anywhere. In the streets, fruit stands. Even here, if you go near the school on 117th and 3rd, there's a. Oh, that's crushing. That just crushed my croissants. Yeah, and 117th by the Perez, there is a lady who has a stand, and they sell a bunch of different types of agua fresca. All right, so I'm just filling up with water. I'm probably gonna need more water. And what you do is you just blend it up. It might need some sweetener. If it does, I would just use agave or sugar, whatever you have at home. Just blend it up. I think I'm gonna use all half the pineapple. So I'm gonna put the other quarter in here. As I wait, I'm gonna turn the chiles and I'm gonna show you how and get some color on each side. And once again, that's for you to, for the flavor to deepen. So you see, it's getting some flavor, some color. I mean, I turned down the stove a little bit because I knew I was going to be making this. It's not that hot, but I wouldn't do this with my hands, especially just the first time. I have some experience doing this with my hands, so I feel comfortable. But I have the fork. I would use a fork if I really. I'm gonna turn the heat up a little bit. Okay. To this has a lot of pulp, a lot of juices. So, once again, very limited in my kitchen. I don't have a strainer, but I do have this thing called cheesecloth. And that's what I'm going to use to strain this juice. Wow. It would have worked had, like, I held it properly. Okay. So if you see, the cheesecloth is grabbing all this pulp. And it's not that the pulp is bad, but straining it just creates a more smoother juice. It's gonna take a while. You can help by grabbing the thing. You know, it's a process, but it's well worth it. How's your Friday going so far? There's a lot of pulp in here. And once again, it's not that the pulp is bad, it just you want a smoother texture to this. Okay, I think I can put some more here. Cool thing about the cheesecloth too is easier way. I don't want to mess this up, which I just did. Is you can just squeeze it. Okay, this cheesecloth is not working properly like I would like it to. So you go to plan B, which is, and it's also time for me to remove some of these Cheetos. Your salsa is almost ready. And I also need to free this up. So once again, I have the strainer and it's tiny, but try to use what you can. That's good, man. I'm glad your Friday's gone. It's relaxing. Mine has been pretty relaxing too. Just trying to catch up on all the reading that I need to. But for the most part, everything's good. I'm saying this is what you don't. You really don't want all this pulp. This is what you're taking out. All this fiber. It doesn't taste that good in your drink. Okay, I'm gonna blend the other half. I know I don't like the pulp, Evelyn. I definitely do not like the pulp in my all fresco. Not good. Well, at least for me. I don't want to yuck your yums or whatever. I'm going to show you before I blend this. Well, these are getting some sort of color, right? It's almost ready. Almost ready. Probably after I blend this, I'm going to start working on the salsa. And I'm sorry, I'm working on so many things. Oh, you don't like pulp at all? Yeah, exactly. That's what So blended the other half of the half, I guess, so the other quarter, bad math. And I'm not cleaning as much as I was last time. So last time I told you all this thing called mise en place. I'm not following it today. Today, kitchen's getting a little messy real fast, but it's okay. We clean this mess. Can you guys hear the background? I don't know why my cousin's watching. So yeah, I'm taking it. Oh, it sounds like the sauce is almost ready. It's popping. The tomato's popping. So literally. So once again, I don't like the pulp. I like to take it out. I agree with Evelyn. The texture is not good. It's not great. Okay, I'm gonna let this pulp just drain by itself while I work on the salsa thing and while I clean this up. You don't need this. Don't need this. Don't need this. I'm gonna clean my station. It just makes the most sense. Okay. So once all these chiles have gone color like this, what you want to do is, let me see if I can move my camera somewhere else. What you want to do is kind of bring it. Actually, needs a little bit more time. Perfect. It needs a little more time. You see some of the. You want this is still a little green. You want to get as much color everywhere as you can. So keep straining this. I'm gonna lower the heat. So I guess this also gonna take more than 10 minutes. It's already been like 30 minutes. What? Crazy, time flies by. When did I dye my hair? Honestly, pretty soon after we went on remote learning, probably like the first week into quarantine. But this is not like the permanent color. We need to get more bleach. I was gonna dye like a blonde, not blonde, like a gray. I don't even know anymore. Don't even know anymore. Has anyone done anything crazy to their hair during quarantine? Quarantine? Evelyn, weren't you gonna dye your hair? Okay. Two more pulp things, and then I'm gonna work on the same stuff. I should also probably move my garbage closer because I gotta keep having to go that way. So I was picturing like how would this club work at school? Oh, you're saying mine is too extreme. Okay. This is why I hate this little strainer. Like look how long it's Look how long it's going to take for me to get this pulp out. I haven't tried the water yet, but I don't think it needs any sugar. The pineapple smelled very sweet. And yeah. Okay, I think it's the last. Well, after this one will be the last pulp strain, and I'll work on that salsa. Also, like I said, I need this NutriBullet again to blend the salsa, so I need it to be done anyway. Well, this doesn't look good on me either, to be quite honest. But whatever, no one's seen, well, except all of you on YouTube right now, but nobody else has seen me. Okay, so I'm gonna let this strain by itself now. Actually, for real. For the salsa, what you do is you're making it this little, like, be careful because it's hot, but you want to let it steam. So another trick is turn on the stove, let that steam for a bit. I would say for about like 2 to 3 minutes. What that does, because I know some of you are gonna ask, what does that do? It's gonna release all the juices from what they call it, from the chile, from the tomato, from the tomatillo. It's gonna release all its juices, and it's gonna add, those juices are gonna be good for the salsa. Okay, so I'm gonna rinse this up real quick. What? Oh, that cup. Okay, my bad. I thought I already read that. Okay. Oh man, I'm also gonna use another label. Whatever. Okay. Once again, in those 2 minutes, I'm gonna finish straining this and get rid of this strainer. Unfortunately, some of the pulp did get through. You can see it, but it's okay. It's not enough to I don't know, deter me from drinking it. So you all help me decide what to cook for this week. So what should we cook for next week? I can start thinking about it. As I said, I really didn't want to cook tacos. I wanted to make tinga or something else, but I just figured this would be more accessible for everybody to make. Everybody knows tacos. Everybody loves tacos. So that's what it was. And that's it. We're done with this. And this is it. This is the pineapple a la fresca. Seafood. Okay, what seafood though? I have shrimp, and I was gonna make shrimp tacos, which I still could, I guess. But I don't know. I don't know if you all like seafood. All right, so here it is, and now you have some pineapple water. No, that was last year. I'm good now. I couldn't eat raw fish, but I'm good now. Okay, those 2 minutes have passed. This is clean and rinsed. I do need one more thing for the salsa to remind, or whoever those of you who came in late. There's not that many because it's not even that many of y'all. But in here, I put 2 jalapenos, 1 Roma tomato, about 8 tomatillos, 2 garlic cloves, have a very small onion. The thing I'm missing is this cilantro. And this doesn't look like your regular cilantro that you all know, but this is also cilantro. This is called cilantro macho. So it's like the male cilantro. Oh, ceviche, yes, I'm down. I don't know how to make gumbo. I'll figure that out. That sounds good too. But ceviche, yeah, definitely. Maybe shrimp ceviche. Anyway, this is cilantro, but it's the male cilantro. It's called cilantro macho. I think it has a nicer flavor. So I'm gonna use this. I need this too. I'm gonna leave this on my cutting board. As I said, the salsa, this needs to steam a little bit, which it has. And be careful. This is hot. As I said, I already know. I just have these experienced hands. Okay. And I'm gonna use tongs here. Why? Why am I using tongs all the time? I don't know. It just seems like a good idea right now. So in goes 1 jalapeno, another jalapeno, all of these little tomatillos. And y'all know what? I'm gonna use the same pan to make the chicken. Okay. There's not much juice in it. Usually there's juice here. There's no juice at all. I don't know why. There just isn't. What's missing here, besides the cilantro, I'm gonna put that at the end, is some salt. About I did 6. I don't know how many. I usually like my things slightly salty, but it's always not good for you. You live off ceviche, nice. Mexican lasagna. I'm not aware. What is Mexican lasagna? I've never had that. All right, so. And here you go. Here's the salsa. It just, as I said, we need some cilantro. And I'm not putting that much. Just putting about a handful. Sorry, I'm having trouble opening this. Hey man, what's Mexican lasagna? Like I said, I've never heard of that. A lot of things also that we know as Mexican are not actually Mexican. For example, in Mexico, we do not eat cartel tacos. It's like not a thing. I'm just holding it because you want to have some of those cilantro chunks in there. And that's it. We have our salsa. Our salsa is ready. I'm going to put it in a little bowl. Smell it. It's hot, so you can let it cool in the fridge. And this bowl might have been way too small, so I'm going to transfer to a bigger bowl. So I just dirty 2 bowls, but it's all good. Fortunately, I have a dishwasher. So here it is. Salsa verde. So we have 2 things down. And as I said, I'm also going to make some guacamole. Okay, my cousin's stopping by, so I'll make it. You want to show them how to make the tepache? Not right now, like in a bit. Yeah. All right, so this is my cousin. He said he is down to make it. Hey guys. Show you guys how to make the tepache, but let me just make the guacamole first. So, I'm going to use this big bowl to make the guacamole. Oh no, it doesn't have to be Spanish things, man. No. We can make anything. I usually actually don't really cook that much Mexican food. Just wild. I don't know. I'm gonna plug in my. Well, it's closed right now, but I live next door to my uncle's restaurant, and usually I just buy Mexican food. I usually don't. I usually don't. Yeah, I usually don't cook Mexican food. I don't know why. Me and my cousin were just talking about that too. I really don't be cooking Mexican food. Anyway, I like my jalapeno spicy. I already cut. This is my jalapeno spicy. I like my guacamole spicy. This is one whole jalapeno with seeds. You do not have to add all of this. You can skip this if you're very sensitive to spice. You can just do half. You can take out all the seeds. I like spicy jalapeno. I keep saying jalapeno, and I mean guacamole. I like spicy guacamole. My cousin likes spicy guacamole. So that's what we're having. Okay, I'm gonna put the chile first, the pepper, the jalapeno pepper, whatever y'all call it. To that, I'm going to put some salt. 3, 4 saltings. 1 whole lime. You can use half a lime. I like mine to have a little limey taste. Another little trick, I guess, to show you. To get the most juice out of your lime, roll it, and you release some of the natural juices. You get more juice out of lemon. You need to do this obviously before you cut it. Okay, so once again, in here in this bowl is jalapeno, salt. I'm squeezing 1 lemon or lime. I'm sorry, I always get these confused. Apparently, there's also debate about that. What do you call these in Spanish? Lima or limon? In Mexico, we call them limones. So, and the yellow ones, limones too. I don't know. So once again, in here is a lemon or lime, salt, and jalapeno. Okay. Now we got 2 avocados. Actually, 1.5 because I have half. If I need more, I'll get more. I guess pro tips of getting avocados. It's better in bulk. We got these at Costco. Oh, wait, before I start. And they weren't ready yet. They were actually not right. But if your things aren't right, that's okay. You can still buy them and just put them either in a brown paper bag or in your oven, and they will be ready in a couple days. And I'm just saying buying in bulk because in bulk it's usually cheaper. What am I doing? I'm just muddling this lime, chile, a little tomato got in there. That's okay. Lime, chile, and salt and lemon. Okay. To that, I'm at this avocado. There you go. That's a half. Cut in the other half. Nothing's lovelier than having the perfect avocado. It's just the best. I already have them here. So once again, we have 1.5 avocados in there. I might need more, but for now, that's what I'm doing. That's how I take out the pit, the bone, seed. I've heard that people have trouble with that. Just be careful. We have 1.5 avocados in there. You see, it's so limiting to use my computer camera. I'm sorry, it kind of sucks. But oh, something I would really like to ask out of all of you, if you can you please just put your names on Google Classroom just to let me know you were here and for attendance? That'd be really great. I really appreciate that. And for guacamole, you're just mashing. You're just mashing the avocado. Some say it's the same thing as avocado mash that people use for avocado toast. I think it's different, similar preparation, but I'm just using a fork. Yeah, in the comment section. Yeah, I know sauce. Yeah, there's been like reports. I don't know. I just be careful. I usually use a knife, but you can just also maybe cut around it. I usually don't like that much tomato, so I'm just gonna put half of what I cut. Actually, I'm just gonna put it all. I don't know why I'm playing myself. And to that, I'm gonna add some. Also, tip for your avocado, your guacamole to stay fresh, you can leave the pit in there. It helps it stay fresh, just a little longer, not like an extra day or two. Just because you're gonna leave it out, or we're gonna leave it out for a bit. The other one, you can actually grow an avocado out of these if you clean it. You put some toothpicks on it, and you'll let it chill in for like 2 to 3 weeks. You'll get an avocado tree. You actually won't get any avocados, but you get an avocado tree. We have 2 in my house, and maybe I'll show you all later. But I'm gonna throw this one out. We don't need another avocado tree here. All right, I'm gonna put some more. A lot of the ingredients too in Mexican cuisine are the same, just repurposed differently to make different foods. So we use the cilantro for the salsa. We use the cilantro for the guacamole. I'm gonna put it away now because we don't need it anymore. You can rough chop. Also with the cilantro matcha, you'll see some of those little white flowers, and it's kind of gives it a nice little presentation, I think. So my cousin said he's down to show us how to make that drink. So maybe we'll see it. Okay. You know what? Something I did forget. I forgot my onion. Oh, I'll show you. I'll show you sauce. It's really not that hard to. But I'll show you my tree. It's been like maybe last 2 years. Anyway, I totally forgot the onion in the guacamole. I like to use red onion. That's what we'll be using. You should have added this. You should have mixed this with the when I was cutting up the jalapeno and the salt. This should have been mixed in there. I got distracted. Just a little bit, not that much. Or up to you. It's for taste. All of this is for how you like your food to taste. And you want to do very, very thin dices. This I definitely have to have. I don't care much for the tomato in guacamole, but onion, I think onion is a must. I was actually going to take my tree to the greenhouse at school hoping that maybe we'll get avocado in there. It needs to be pollinated. It needs warmer weather too. Okay. Putting this onion in here. Very rough chop. Not everything's pretty. I need to wipe all of this. This is gross. It's always also good to always just have a rag around. And I'm gonna put on a bowl of all these extra veggies that I didn't use that I'll probably use tomorrow for something else. And that's pretty much it. Our guacamole is made. So salsa's made, guacamole is made. All we gotta do is make the chicken, heat up some tortillas, and we're done. Almost there, guys. Once again, this pan is clean because you put the aluminum foil. There's nothing real dirty here. You could rinse it. I'm gonna be lazy and not. That's where I'm gonna cook the chicken. Heating this up. Here's the chicken. If you can see it, definitely soaked up all that cumin, the chipotle, the salt, the pepper, the garlic. It's smelling good, guys. And chipotle is really not that spicy. It's more, has a sweeter, smokier taste. So if you're afraid of a little heat, don't worry. The chipotle should be fine for you. That flame is a little way too high for my liking. So I'm going to turn that down a little bit. Once again, I got to clean all this. Hopefully my cousin doesn't need any of that. But, okay. Put in some oil. I personally like to use avocado oil. We do have olive oil. Avocado oil just doesn't burn as fast as olive oil or other oils, so I like to use it. Just gonna wait till that gets hot. Okay, so next week seafood. Okay, ceviche, and I'll think of something else, but we'll do some seafood tomorrow. Also, another trick for you to get crispy chicken, because some people have asked me, not just on this channel, just in general. A big mistake that people do when they're making chicken or just meat in general is putting too much on a pan, putting your veggies and your meat together. You need to cook them separately, because if not, all the moisture from the veggies that you're using are actually gonna release a lot of humidity, a lot of moisture, and they're not gonna let your chicken get crispy. Okay. It looks like this is hot enough. So I'm gonna start putting these chicken pieces in. Once again, these are chicken thighs as well as drumsticks. I can fit one more thing in here, but I'm not. We have time. I said don't overcrowd it, but actually, all of these fit fine. As long as there's space between all these, it should be. I'll say about 4 minutes. Just take my phone real quick. Sorry. All right, so cooking this. I need to put these around, but I'm not using. Didn't use any more lemon, so I'm gonna put these around. Actually, I'm gonna save some for the tacos. And actually, I do need some cilantro for the taco toppings. Well, these are cooking. I'm gonna make some tortillas. Okay. This is the brand I'm using. I tried to make handmade tortillas, but I can't do that. Once again, I think enough for about 3 tacos each, so I'm gonna make 6 tortillas. There's a specific pan that people use to cook tortillas. It's called a tomal, but we don't have one of those in my house, so I'm just gonna use a regular pan. I don't know. Tomal probably stands for something. I don't know what it stands for though. I'm putting away anything I didn't use. Like the rest of the tomatoes and that. I think going here together. Actually, maybe while I do this, maybe my cousin could come and teach me how to do all that. I'm gonna go get him. Give me a sec. I'm just like cook everything up. Let me know what you need so I can help you. I left you some of the actual pineapple soup. I'm gonna just put that away. I doesn't have to take the mush. What do you mean? I'll get it. I
think it's here that. Hi everyone. I'm gonna be making tepache, which is a traditional Mexican like farm drink. It was made for the farm workers to be able to withstand the high heat and long days of work. It is rich in probiotics and antioxidants, so it's really good for your digestive system. Your digestive system, your circulatory system. It depending on what it has, it can be good for a bunch of other different things. But it's pretty much kombucha. I'm sure you guys have heard of it. If not, it's super hipsterish and bougie-ish kind of, but it's actually pretty simple to make. So we're gonna start with a plastic container, and like my cousin already showed you guys, you'll peel the pineapple, and in order to not waste anything, we're gonna be using the skins. So,
we're cooking the chicken in the back, which is almost ready, guys. Looking good, looking crispy. As I told you guys, this is what you do so it gets crispy. You cannot overcrowd the pan. See all the space that there's here? That's what I mean. If you would have another chicken piece here, this will not get crispy. You need to have space in the pan. So I'm going to be doing this in the background while he helps you with this. So while he teaches you this.
So we're just gonna throw the pineapple skins in there. Not much. It's really a super easy process. There's not a lot to it. You can always just switch it up and try different things, throw different fruit in there, different spices. But traditionally, it has I think like 3 or 4 ingredients. One of them being the pineapple skin. Cinnamon, Mexican cinnamon is crucial. Ideally, it would be whole. So you would have maybe back there. Sorry, 1 second, guys.
Once again, I'm just finishing up the chicken.
That's the live.
This is the rolls also of having in New York City kitchen, so tiny.
Yeah.
We're very limited.
But we do what we can with what we've got. Always. All right, so I should have probably done this earlier. Mexican cinnamon, canela. It's hard to really, find a precise recipe to it. The total time to make, this is how much I'm gonna use for now. The total time would be 3 to 4 days, and in the meantime, you can try it gradually, see if maybe it needs more sugar, maybe it needs more cinnamon or more spices. We're also gonna be using, I don't have the label, the wrapper. This here is piloncillo. It's a Mexican molasses sugar. So it's pretty much everything that all the residue from the sugar making process, everything that the excess, pretty much they just condense it and make it into blocks. So you're gonna be putting, like I said, it's hard to really measure. It's it was never meant to be super precise or artisanal. It's just
sorry for the noise.
So you're
also, if you have any questions, just post them on the comments and he'll answer for you.
So far, we've got the cinnamon, we got the skin, we got the sugar. Another crucial ingredient, which you don't necessarily need, it really just depends on whether you like it or not. It's gonna be star anise or cloves. So either or. It's really just up to you. And these are super potent, so you really don't need much. I would say 2 stars are plenty. I love the flavor. I mean the smell. And then I'm gonna throw a few cloves in there. This one?
I made so many for the tortillas. Even that's fine. So we made so many things today. Do not worry. I'm gonna put the recipe and the steps for all of this on the description.
The cloves.
The smell. Like something like that.
Oh, perfect. Cloves. So we're gonna throw a few of these in here. More or less. Like I said, feel free to always just add fruit, whatever you like. It's super tasty. It's great for this weather, and it's healthy. Your parents might also like it. Now I'm gonna add water, enough water to pretty much just cover it, to make sure that everything is submerged. So just enough space so that it doesn't overflow. This was a big pineapple, but that's pretty much it. Now we're gonna cover it with cheesecloth,
which I don't know where else. Sorry, our kitchen is so tiny.
It is very tiny.
Like mega tiny. But we showed you the cheesecloth.
And I will be right back.
I showed you the cheesecloth earlier, but so you saw. We put all these things in there, the cinnamon, the thing, and you just let this chill for, as you said, about 5 days, I believe. Give us 1 second. Almost done. Almost there, guys.
Also, if only you could be here, it smells great in the entire apartment.
And the chicken, I'm turning off the chicken, and I'm gonna put it to rest before I cut it because those pieces are way too big for taco. Which is another thing important for just any meat. If you're gonna cut your meat, if you're gonna cut into pieces, you need to let it chill before you cut your meat. Because if not, that's how you get dry chicken or dry steak, dry anything. If you just cut it right away, you're not letting the juices redistribute back into the meat. So you need to let your meat chill.
Very true. Also, if you guys like steak, I'm sure you've seen, plates with a piece of steak, and there's sometimes just like blood just running around, like just going back and forth the plate. That to me is not very appealing, kind of gross. So in order to avoid that, you also just let the meat just sit before cutting it, and it just releases any excess blood. All right. I don't have a rubber band. I will find one, but pretty much this is it. You'll cover it.
How long you leave it for again?
You'll leave it for 4 days. So
today is Friday, about maybe Wednesday.
By Wednesday, it should be ready. I will advise you to taste it. You'll see that it'll start developing bubbles like all over. After a few days, you'll hit it and it'll just start bouncing off bubbles. That's how you know it's fermenting.
I don't think Salazar is in here, but if she was, she'll explain that process. Salazar, are you in here today? No, I think so.
Maybe not. But yeah, so just make sure you taste it. It's always good to taste anything and everything that you make along the process. So you're gradually you're marinating or making the mix for your marinade for the chicken. You'll taste a little bit. Yes, it might be super salty. It might be very flavorful, but it gives you an idea, and it also just helps you understand flavors. So, once you start trying different things and start acclimating yourself to like different flavors, you'll just kind of allow your imagination to go, and everything, like whatever you make, isn't always going to be great. It's obviously a process, and like everything in life, practice makes perfect. So don't beat yourself up for any. Let's not call them mistakes. They're not mistakes. Just what do they call it? What is it?
Happy accidents.
Happy accidents. Is what we're calling them. So yeah, it's pretty much done. And now we're just letting the chicken chill, looking so freaking fabulous.
And the tortillas, they're done. And you just assemble your tacos with whatever at your preference.
Yeah.
We made some salsa today, so if you want to put some salsa on it, put your salsa. We made some guacamole today. You're gonna add guacamole. Why not both? You can add both.
Mm-hmm.
I did lazy out a little bit today, and I didn't make any rice or beans, but rice and beans would also be good with this. We're just having some quick. This is a fine dinner, just 3 tacos each.
Pretty complete.
We have enough for 3 tacos each, and that's pretty much it for me, guys. Like I'm probably not gonna assemble the tacos on camera, but like I said, I'm gonna let this chicken rest for about 5 minutes so I can cut it. And then all these chunks are gonna go in the tortilla, and I'm not gonna assemble them because we're gonna assemble them how we like. We don't like our tacos the same. Definitely something I will say though, Mexican tacos or tacos de la calle, where you get your street tacos, there's no sour cream. So if you're used to having sour cream, cheese, as you saw, I did not take out any dairy, right? No cheese. There's nothing like that because we don't usually have traditional tacos are not made with dairy or cheese, right? These are just what we made today are street tacos. So
Street authentic Mexican tacos.
That's something you'll find anywhere in the street. Thank you, Eamon. I like to call myself the chicken king. I'm very good at chicken.
He really is.
I love chicken. I love chicken.
He finessed a chicken teriyaki last night.
And then maybe I'll share the recipe with that too. So see, usually though, toppings that we do put for our tacos are chopped up yellow or Spanish onion. Once again, why do I pick that onion? This is the flavor is sweeter. We already have some red onion in the guacamole, so we don't need that, and some more cilantro. So cilantro was, you know, it's just all over the place. As I said, all these ingredients can be repurposed for so many different things, for so many different dishes of Mexican cuisine. But let's just recap what we did today, real quick before I let you go. Salsa verde. So how do we make this? I had about 8 tomatillos, which are the green tomatoes, or look like green tomatoes. They're not the same thing. 2 jalapenos, 2 garlic cloves, half of medium onion. We put that in this with aluminum foil. We let it heat up. We let it get crusty. We let it get toasted, right? We toasted all these things. Wrapped it in aluminum foil. Let it steam up a little bit. We push this through the food processor or blender. I have a NutriBullet. That's what we use. Definitely add salt to your taste, to your liking. For this agua fresca, this fresh pineapple water, very simple. It was just crushed up pineapple. Like I said, the thing that's at the very top is that pulp. Remember, I couldn't get all the pulp out because I was bad with the cheesecloth. That's the pulp, but that's fine, And guacamole, easy. Well, we had most of the ingredients that I said that we've been repurposed. We used cilantro again. We used some of the onion. We used some lemon, the avocados, and here you have it. I mean, it doesn't look as nice as I think it looks in person, but yeah. Thank you all for stopping by to the club. Really appreciate you having you all. Next week looks like we're gonna do seafood, so I'm excited for that. My cousin loves seafood, so he'll probably join us again. But yeah, thank you. If you have any questions, please reach out. Once again, I would like to ask whoever participated today to just go to our Google Classroom and just said, hey, shout out a comment, maybe shout out what your favorite part of the show today was, what you'd like to see, how would you like me to improve, what other things, any comments would be really, really appreciated. So once again, thank you all for stopping by. Me and my cousin are ready to enjoy these tacos. Fridays is whatever we make, whatever I'm going to make on Fridays is what we eat for dinner. So Friday's my turn to cook. And once again, thank you all for stopping by. I'll see you all next week for some seafood.